Hello everyone, welcome to today's interview session. I am Lakshmi Priya, a digital engineering master's student, and I am from India. Today here with me is one of our professors from the informatics department. Let's get to know about him. Hello professor, welcome to the interview.
Hello.
Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
My name is Michael Kuhn. I'm a professor at the Faculty of Computer Science. I'm the head of the group called Parallel Computing and I/O. And as the name already implies, we deal with everything that has to do with parallel systems, file systems, storage systems, concepts for parallel programming, data reduction techniques, everything that has to do with high-performance computing. So wide array of topics that have to do with parallel systems.
So today our topic will be parallel storage systems. Can you give a brief introduction about the course parallel storage systems?
So parallel storage systems, again, as the name implies, is about storage systems. So it's relatively low level. So we deal with things like how do hard disk drives work, how do solid state drives work, how do file systems work. But we also look at higher levels. So how does or higher level concepts also, how does parallelism work in that context? How do we actually get applications to use these kinds of storage systems? How can we use them efficiently? So that's mostly the lecture part, let's say. And for the exercises, that's very practical. So students can implement their own toy file system, let's say, which is a bit of work, but very insightful, we think. So you get to know how all the low-level parts work, what's important to consider.
So you mentioned about exercises which students will be doing. Are these exercises like in groups or is it alone?
So they're planned as group exercises, but if you really, really want to, you can probably also do them alone. But it's usually advised to do them in groups so you can discuss problems, discuss different solutions, and just have more help doing them. So typically we say 2 to 3 people in a group, but we've also had people doing them alone.
Okay, so it's manageable doing it alone.
It's manageable, but you have to know what you get into.
Yeah. So if I take this course, like what future prospects can I expect for suppose in jobs or academic wise, like what projects can I get or what, can I get master thesis also in this particular topic or field?
Yes, so we always have thesis topics, master thesis, bachelor thesis topics that deal with storage systems, parallel programming, everything in that direction. You can obviously also get jobs with that. It's maybe a bit more specialized because it's very system, low-level stuff. But there are obviously a lot of companies doing that. There's IBM developing file systems, there's DDN. So we often have companies asking us, can we hire your students? We need people, because people being very knowledgeable in these low-level fields, they're scarce and they're sought after.
Okay, so I myself, being a digital engineering student, come from a very different background. Let's say I come from chemical engineering background. So if I want to take up this course, are there any prerequisites, mandatory prerequisites that I need to fulfill?
Yeah. So as for the really mandatory requirements, we always say if you can write a simple application, if you can program, that's enough. Because we do like a catch-up lecture in the beginning with all the background that you need on parallel computing and HPC and so on. Obviously, there's also knowledge like from operating systems and technical computer science that is very helpful, but it's possible to catch that up. So we had people from bioinformatics attending that, or I think we even had medicine students, but that might have been in parallel programming. So
that's great, yeah. So you mentioned about programming languages. Are there any particular programming languages that we need to know?
So systems level programming is what we aim for, and especially the first few exercises, we give some very simple C programs. So you should have some experience. even though we also will catch you up on that, we have, I think on the first 2 exercise sheets, we have some introductory C programming.
Okay.
So if you know C or C++, roughly at least, that's enough.
Okay.
For the toy file system that I mentioned, we want to be flexible about that. So typically, again, systems programming, C, C++, Rust, Go, whatever. We've also had people writing them in Java or in Python. So we might not be as helpful then if we don't know the language ourselves, but it's doable also in other languages.
So, yeah. If I want to get deep into this subject, parallel storages, what subsequent courses can I take? So
we don't have any lectures building on that. The way to go is probably doing a project, for instance, with us, getting deeper into that, doing a thesis. Yeah.
So there are no particular courses which I... Okay.
No.
So
if you want to make it a bit broader, just the parallel systems part, we, like I mentioned, we will have parallel programming starting in summer semester 24. So that's not on storage systems, obviously, but also deals with the whole concept of parallel programming, the background, how that works in the operating system and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So have you observed any common mistakes which students do while taking up this course, or in the meantime while they do this course?
I don't think specifically for this course, but let's say in general for exercise and also thesis, I guess, starting too late, doing exercises, I think, expecting things to just work immediately, because especially these system things, they require some thought, require maybe a few iterations of getting it to work, and so what we always tell students is just start early. Don't try to make it perfect in the first iteration. Just get something working, and then you can always improve it iteratively. Yeah, I think that's one point at least.
So would you like to tell any strategies for students who will be taking this course to perform better? Like I said, start early. Don't try to be perfect in everything. I think no one has done a file system already in their life, I guess. So it's normal and totally fine to fail at first. It probably doesn't work on the first try. So just try to get something basic running, try to improve it over time, try to think about the mistakes, and also try to talk about them. So try to talk to your fellow students, group members, try to talk to us. I think that's something that a lot of students for some reason don't do enough of. We're happy to help. So if there are any problems with exercise sheets or something in the lecture is not understandable or as understandable as it should be, we're always happy to help out, to improve. But for this, we need feedback. So talking to us is a good starting point. So there should not be no hesitation in talking to you.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So any final word of advice or motivation for the students who are willing to take this course?
Maybe even if it sounds complicated, it's a systems course. Just give it a try. Maybe you will like it, even if you don't have a background in computer science, or if you're more interested in data science or something in that direction. Because I think even if you, for your future job, want to be a data scientist, it still helps knowing these low-level details. How does an operating system work? What's important to achieve higher performance? Because I think there's still a lot to be gained. Having this knowledge, also improving data science workflows and stuff like this. And in general, just give it a try. Yeah.
So thank you for your insights. That would be really helpful for the students who are willing to take this course. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.